Okay, so welcome to my first video on Gwent. I'm playing the Pro League. I've been playing for a while. And I'd like to share a deck with you that I've constructed. I think it's quite novel. I haven't seen anything around like it. And the deck is based off, it's a Deathwish deck, and really is based off Weavess and Lara Dorren. So what we want to do is that we want to use Scoia'tael and get a couple of copies of Weavess, and then we'll use that to trigger Lara's Deathwish ability when we play it. So ideally we want to get 2, maybe even 3 of the Weavesses on board, and then we're going to use Lara to trigger that multiple times. So obviously if we've got 2 Weavesses, then a Deathwish is going to trigger twice, so all of our units are going to be boosted by 4. Okay, so in terms of the deck then, we've got our Witch's Sabbath. It's obviously very important because we want to get our Weavess and Cave Troll back out of the graveyard. So what we can do is that one round we can win using our Weavess and Lara. Then what we can do is that we can bring her back by playing either Great Elves or by playing our Phantom. Okay, so Sabbath is important because we want to bring Weavess and Bruce. Weavess and our Cave Troll back. Bruce is useful for thinning our deck. We can also often win around using the Weavess in conjunction with the Bruce. So if we've got 2 Weavers on the board, we can just thin out our deck with 4 cards, 4 of our bronze Deathwish units. I think quite a couple of points on the board, and we can really thin out our deck to get the cards we need. Okay, Arrakis Queen, obviously if we're playing as a control deck, we can play it in conjunction with Weavess to spawn multiple Cave Trolls. So for example, we play a Cave Troll with Weavess, we use Arrakis Queen on the Cave Troll, and then it'll spawn another Cave Troll. You can see that we'll get 2 Cave Trolls. Against other decks we want to play for value, we will consume the Weavess. What we'll do is that we'll generally play Scoia'tael to create a Weavess, and then play this one. As soon as we play Arrakis Queen on one of the Weavesses, it'll trigger the Deathwish ability, which means we'll then have 2 Weavesses and we can consume the Arrakis Queen to have 3 Weavesses. Okay, so Scoia'tael. Yeah, Scoia'tael is mostly used for creating a copy of Weavess, but if we're playing it, a deck with a lot of control, we might want to use it against on the Cave Troll instead. Whispering Hillock is used for either getting our Witch's Sabbath out of our deck, or apologies. Whispering Hillock is used for either playing our Arrakis Queen, or for playing our Lara, or whatever other Deathwish we want. But generally we save it for either for Lara or our Arrakis Queen. The Else is very useful because our deck is devotion. We can play any Wild Hunt unit from the deck, so we can use it either for playing Lara. We can use it to thin our deck by playing our Wild Hunt Riders, and the other thing is that it enables us to bring Lara back from the graveyard and replay her. So it's a key thing. If we have Lara in our opponent's graveyard, we can replay her by either playing Else or by playing our Phantom, because Lara obviously triggers whenever we play a gold Wild Hunt unit. So the Phantom is also a gold Wild Hunt unit. It'll get replayed, so if we have our Weavesses on the board, then it'll replay Lara as well. So that's what we want to do in round 2 or 3. So the Phantom is also used. So we might use Else for playing Lara in the first place, and we can use the Phantom for bringing Lara out of the graveyard. Weircat is useful for dealing some damage. Obviously multiple Weavesses that deal a lot of damage, and also if we have 3 Weavesses, we can actually use Weircat to kill Lara if she's on the opponent's side, because it will trigger the Deathwish ability 3 times with 3 Weavesses, consume it for 4 plus the deploy ability, so we can kill Lara with that as well. Our Whisper's Tribute, we use that for playing our Witch's Sabbath, or if we have Witch's Sabbath, we can use it for playing our Hillock out of the deck for getting a Deathwish unit as well. So we've got quite a lot of cards to draw out of our deck. Obviously, what we don't have is that we don't really have a ability to draw our weavers out of the deck or our cave troll, any of our other key cards we can get to. So we do use Cursed Scroll in this deck in order to be able to hopefully draw either our cave troll or our weavers. Okay, Cyclops. Cyclops is we don't have a lot of control in this deck, it's really value. But we can use Cyclops for killing our Lara. So what might happen is that if we play our Lara in round 1, then it should go into the graveyard, and she might be one of the top 3 units in terms of her power, and then she'll get summoned back. And we don't really want that. We want to actually replay her from the graveyard as opposed to summoning her. So what we can do is that we can use Cyclops to kill her, and then replay her from the graveyard instead. And then we've got a bunch of Deathwish units in this deck. I mean, the most important ones that we want are generally our Night Wraith and our Drag Eggs, because we use those for spawning units. Once again, we'll play those once we've got a Weavess or 2 on the board, so they can trigger the dash a couple of times, and then just go and proliferate our drones. Okay, but we've got Froggerton here, we've got Wildland Riders for thinning our deck, Marcus Paul for thinning our deck as well, Slyzard and Dragon Warrior for consuming our Deathwish units. So that's the deck. In terms of playing it, you generally want to, if you play your Weavers in a round, let's say in the first round, you want to win that round. It's very difficult to play Weavers and lose the round to come back in round 2, because if your opponent then pushes in round 2, you're probably going to have to play Witch's Sabbath to get your Weavers back from the graveyard and to win that round. And once you've done that, you then left with not much in the final round. It's very difficult to win in round 3 once you've used your Witch's Sabbath. So what we can do is that we don't have to win round 1, and we can lose round 1 as long as we haven't played our Weavers. Use round 1 for thinning our deck, and then win round 2 and round 3. If we get to round 3 and we haven't used our Witch's Sabbath, well, that's often fantastic, because we can play our Cave Troll Weavers. We can use a Rakkus Queen to consume our Weavers, consume the Rakkus Queen, and then play Witch's Sabbath. And what we can do is we can get up to 5 Weavers on the board, and that makes for some serious points. So it's always fun when you get that to happen. So yeah, that's the deck. It takes some practice playing, but it's really fun. You can get some crazy scores. I've scored over 500 points with this deck before. You can suffer against the control decks, but you still it's still quite resourceful. So that's the deck. Let's play again. Okay, this is really not what we wanted to see for our first game. This Rocker and Sentinel often has a lot of control, so it can make it difficult, but that's the nature of it. Okay, so we'd really like to get our Cave Troll. out. Okay, this is a problem. Okay, I think we'll just play it out to full card and then let's open round to Deathwish. This is probably the way good. Yeah, we've got to stick with this hand. We don't want to draw another gold unit in case he passes. We want to keep our Cyclops for killing the warrior, so we can play out an Unrigger warrior if he decides to pause. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, maybe he'll pass here after, if we're lucky. Yep. Okay. Whalers. Okay. Well, we don't have a choice. Yep, and there he goes. So this is basically game over. Yeah, it's not. I'm not even going to play this out, I'm just going to forfeit. The issue is the ass is dead. So we effectively, and Lara is also dead, we can't kill her, so we effectively 3 cards behind. Vicky's not a great round 1. Okay, this should be more fun. That's a fantastic draw. Sometimes not pass, and they see the 2 leavers us out, and that would have been ideal. Now I need to make a call, but I think it's already been made for us. Often we'd like to use the Helix or rather play our brewers and just thin our deck out for the final round. In this case, we're not going to get enough points out of it. So what we'll do is we'll just play our Night Wraith. And the next round we'll play Lara. See, it's coming back. Okay. There's a good chance that our Lara won't come back. 7-7 with 3 5s. That's what we'd be hoping for in the Cyclops. Let's hope we can go in there. Okay, don't Cool, that's a great result. We don't have to play our Lara. Yeah, we want to get our Phantom and our Cyclops. Okay, got our Phantom. Unfortunately, I don't have our Cyclops, but we can theoretically get 3 Weavesses on the board, yeah. You've got to make the call though. With 3 Weavesses on the board with she's on 5 points, we can kill her using the Weircat. So I think we're going to go for it. Also Darkness on board with this. I think we'll play Phantom first, because our Phantom will give us the possibility to kill Lara. We won't be able to replay her, but at least we'll be able to use Weircat and then Phantom to kill her. If we need to get greedier than this, to be honest. Presume we won't be able to get on Cave Troll and Weavess, so we might just have to not play on Weavess in this round. Or we'll just rely on Brewers, even if we lose the round. It's okay. Oh, you're very happy with that. We would have gone to we can replay anything else, and we've got the Phantom, so let's get rid of him. And it's the deck. Fantastic. Use our luck to get Arrakis Queen, so it's no, we don't really play this with our Cave Troll. There we go. We don't have our Weircat. We can play, yeah, we use that for Arrakis Queen. There we go. That's a good hand. Don't look back Cave Troll because he can kill us with his Reckless Fury straight off the bat. We don't mind him dying too much, but ideally we'd like to play our Weavess before he dies, so we can bring him back along with Weavess as needs be. Okay, now we can play. That actually suits us even better because I was going to bring both of them back, and the rack has been for a total of 4 Weavesses. Oh crap, I only had 2 units in this graveyard. Okay, that's unfortunate. But try and see, because we need the rack is going to spawn some units for us too. Okay, so bear in mind that none of those games were curated. They were the first 4 games that I played directly after showing you the deck. Next up, I played a couple more games and I selected one, which was perhaps a little bit more fun. Enjoy. obviously there was no way that he could catch up in points there, but if he had continued, we could have easily made 500 in that game. We'd play Weircat and annihilate his melee row, and Lara would boost and go to the graveyard. We'd then play our Phantom to replay her, and finally play Cyclops to kill her again. That would have been cool, and I've had that a couple of times. But anyways, that was that. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed the deck, and let me know if you'd like to see more of these. I really enjoyed this deck. I think it's quite a fun deck, and I get pretty good results with it. Like I said, I can struggle, like I said, with the control decks, but as far as value goes, it's really strong. And I hope to see you again soon. Cheers.